Hi, good morning. It's Tuesday today and it's about 8:30 in the morning. I'm out in the garden. I just got out here. I just had some breakfast. I had some pancakes. They were like leftover frozen pancakes with some blackberry jam, which was pretty good. I need to go to the grocery store, so we're dipping into the freezer for leftovers. And I have some coffee, and this morning I have a lot of work to do in the garden. I wanted to get out here like an hour earlier than it is, like before 8, because it's gonna be like 95 degrees today. The garden is exploded since the last time I filmed something about the garden, and there's just a lot to do. One of my best friends, Riley, is coming in 2 days to stay here for a week, and I just don't really want to be working in the garden a whole lot when she's here. I'm obviously gonna have to like come out and water and like pick things and stuff, but I don't want to be like weeding and pruning and fixing things while she's here. So I wanted to get it done today before she comes, and there's lots of things that need to be done today, and I'm just going to show you kind of the plan for the yard. And then for the rest of the day, I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I have some ideas and I have some cleaning to do, but because it's gonna be hot, I either need to get out of the house or commit to chilling in my air-conditioned bedroom. So those are the options. But let me show you what I'm gonna do in the garden today. Also, when I work in the garden, Oates likes to sit in the window. He can come outside if he's supervised, and if I'm working in the garden, I can't supervise him very well because I'm like occupied and I have like the gate open usually to the front of the house, and I just like to keep a closer eye on him. If you don't remember, Oatmeal has got some brain damage and he's also blind, and so he's inside only, but I also get nervous about him being out here supervised because he could run off easily, and it'd be a whole other thing to try to track him down. So okay, here's the garden. So we are officially finished with nectarine season. If you saw in one of my recent videos, and I also talked about it on my Substack, we lost a branch here that split off 2 ways, and the other branch we lost was connected over here somewhere. I can't even see where it was connected right now. It's growing back quite a bit. We have a lot of new growth here, which is good. However, it's still really heavy. It's drooping a lot, so I need to cut off a ton of these branches and prune today so that it's more upright again. The compost, I just added a bunch more dirt and greens to it, so it should be good for the time being. I might need to flip it and water it today, just because it's been so hot. It might need some more. This flower here is super dead, but I'm like not giving up hope on it yet, so I want to take all the dead stuff out, which I could probably just do right now. These beans I want to like properly tie onto this trellis. I just kind of like put them on haphazardly, but they're actually growing. I didn't think I would get any growth with these green beans, but because they came from a seed, but they're actually doing okay, and if I tie it up, I think we'll get a lot better. The jasmine, I also want to like start training up the trellis a bit more and take out some of this dead stuff and trim out some of the scraggly pieces that are growing this way. I have some like leaves that I cut off of this enormous zucchini. Actually, I think it's technically called a circus. Let's find out what it's called. The tag is still in the dirt, I think. Yep. It's called a safari squash, but it's kind of like a zucchini. We've had 3 of them so far that we've eaten, and there's one giant one here that I'm saving for my neighbor, and then we've got a couple others growing there, and I think that middle-sized one will be good to eat when Rye is here. I had to cut some leaves off because they were blocking this marigold, and obviously this marigold is like not doing so hot because it wasn't getting enough water or sun. So hopefully it'll be better now that it's got some more light. In hindsight, I'm wishing I planted these things further apart, but I just really did not expect everything to take off like this. But these are my 2 different cucumbers. So on this side we have a traditional like pickle cucumber, and I'm very excited, and there's a bunch more growing right here. So excited to eat this guy. Like, I can't wait. Maybe I'll even make pickles, I don't know. Now this is the lemon cucumber that Sam really wanted. I am very excited for it But I have yet to actually find any beginnings of any cucumbers in here. I've been looking, but I can't find any, so they're probably just still in like the bud flower stage. Now this is the tomato plant. This is the beefsteak tomato. I don't know if you remember from my last like garden video, but this thing was like maybe 6 inches tall, like at the end of May, and it has grown so much. And I saw online that you should be cutting off some of the leafy branches because then the energy from the plant is able to go directly to the fruit, and it's just like better for the fruit overall. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I want to research that maybe, but I do need to cut some of these branches off because there's just like no room. Like it is falling out of the tomato cage. I cut off a bunch of the dead stuff on my snap peas and then it just kind of stopped growing. So I'm going to leave it there for a bit longer because there are a couple like beginnings of buds, but I just don't know what to do about beans. Like I really struggle with getting them to grow, I guess. Like I've had problems with them the last couple of years. Now this is the delicata squash, which I planted in the last video. Now it looks pretty big, right? Like it comes all the way around this marigold, which is great. It's kind of what I wanted. I hoped it would grow this way. It could also even grow out into the wood chips, the mulch. And we have a little squash in there that's starting to grow and lots of flowers, which is great, except it doesn't actually stop there. This plant grows all the way to over there. It grew behind the bench while I was on the East Coast. So it comes all the way behind the lavender, all the way behind the bench, up and over, and it ends right there. And we have a bigger squash right there that's growing, and there's another one under that. And on top of that, this ivy has started to grow over the bench, which I actually rather like. I think it looks pretty cool. I love this bench from my grandma. It was very nice of her to buy it for me. It does kind of like blend in because it's like brown on brown, so I was gonna get some like cute cushions for it at some point, but honestly the ivy like makes it, and the ivy will stay green all year, and we don't have poison ivy here, so like it's totally fine to be growing there, and I just think it looks kind of nice. So I'm gonna keep the ivy there, and I want to continue to train it to go around. The strawberries are actually doing fairly well. The thing that I think really helped with the strawberries this year are my strawberry rocks that I painted. So I read online that if you paint rocks to look like strawberries and put them in your strawberry bed before they start flowering or before they have fruit, the birds will come back at the rocks and think that the rocks are the fruit and that the fruit is just really bad and hard, and then they won't come bother you anymore. I have found that to be true. I have had full strawberries every time. Like I have not had any problems with the strawberries. Here's another one. They all just look like this. They're just like actually really perfect strawberries. Herbs are doing great. This area, I want to maybe put like clover or something here, because here's the problem. There's the stump, right? And the stump has roots that are like everywhere underneath here, and they're really hard. You can't dig into it, and the dirt is really bad. Like I'm like, you can see like there's nothing moving there. And on top of that, there's actually like concrete and like maybe an old patio or something under here. So there's like concrete and brick too. So kind of the only thing I can plant here is like things with tiny roots and or like a grass kind of thing, I feel like. So I feel like clover would be good. So I want to rip these guys out. I need to cut back the redwood sprouts. The passion fruit is doing great. The passion fruit is huge. It keeps growing. I've had 2 flowers but no fruit, which is normal. And I want to keep kind of pulling it around to train it back over the trellis because I don't want it to start wrapping around the gutter. And then of course I have the sweet pea things that I need to take out because they just totally constrict and suffocate all my plants. They're like a pest. They just take over. So my major things are weeding and pruning and just kind of like checking on things, doing some like training around vines, tying things so they stay, and that's kind of it. I'm hoping that it takes just a couple of hours because I would love to go to the gym maybe this morning before it gets too hot, but we'll see. This might be enough of a workout for me for today. I'm gonna go get our yard waste bin and put on some music or an audiobook or something, and I will get started. I went to the gym. I left early because I was so hungry. I'm in the Trader Joe's parking lot right now eating a protein bar and drinking a protein shake because I had to actually like stop in the middle of a weight exercise because I was like, I am like shaky. I need to leave and go eat something. I had breakfast and I had a little snack before I came, but I definitely should have eaten more, and I'm realizing that now. My workout was not ruined because I had to leave early, but I definitely need to remember this so that in the future I eat enough. There's also construction happening in this Trader Joe's parking lot. I'm gonna go home and take a shower and then make a plan for lunch, but I was so hungry. Okay, I'm gonna do a grocery haul and Alex will probably come in at some point. I got a mini watermelon and some bubbly water. I got the watermelon lemonade. Bag number 1. I was drinking this in the car. It's the vanilla almond spiced chai. I really wanted the chocolate one, but they did not have it, so I had this instead. Toilet paper, a big thing of strawberries because it was like only $5, which is great. Hand soap for the bathroom. I got yogurt for myself, and then Alex requested a strawberry yogurt. I got a couple of these. They're like the little fruit leathers. Salted butter, cheese sticks. I love a cheese stick. Some olive oil because we are almost out. I got these chili lime chips for Riley because she really likes these, and I'm gonna put together like a snack basket for her upon her arrival. Oh, I also got myself a vanilla yogurt because sometimes I want just yogurt like this and sometimes I want it like in a smoothie and stuff. I used to like refill these with like a big bag of salt, but it's actually right now just cheaper to buy this. Some peanut butter. I also got this salad for myself. It's like the Southwest salad, so it's got like beans and cabbage and peppers and cheese and things, and I have some shrimp that I want to cook up, and I was thinking of doing like shrimp tacos, but I needed like some salad to go with it, and I didn't want to buy like a whole bag because it's just going to be me cooking tonight because Alex has dinner plans, so I think this will be a good amount just from myself. I'm gonna put everything away and then take a shower because I am so sweaty. Actually, before I do that, I need you to understand something. Our house is very poorly insulated and it's kind of like an older house. Currently outside, it's about noon right now, and outside it says it's about 91 degrees, which is pretty hot. Alex closed things up inside while I was working in the garden. She closed things up when it hit 68 degrees inside the house. It's already 79 degrees inside the house. My guess is that it'll get to like 89 degrees inside the house today. I have a small air conditioning unit in my bedroom, so I'll probably just spend the afternoon in there. But yeah, it's hot in here and I don't like it. So I'm gonna go take a shower because I'm sweaty. Oh, there's Oats. Hi, Oats. Good morning.
Store, Island Trader, dig site, awesome house.
Hello. It's quite a bit later. It's about 6:45 or so. Cooled off outside, not so much inside. It still says that it is 91 degrees in here. My bedroom is much cooler. Oatmeal and I have been hanging out in there with the air conditioning on, and it feels a little better. Alex and I hung out in there this afternoon, and she is out to dinner with a friend right now, and I'm chilling at home. I'm gonna start cooking some dinner soon. This afternoon I've been playing a lot of Stardew Valley again. Started playing it once I quit my job and I needed something fun to do that gave me some purpose. Something that I've been doing in playing Stardew Valley since the pandemic is I do like one day in the game and then I do a task, and then I like play one game in the day and then I do another task, and a task that's not in the game, like a real life task, and it kind of breaks up the day a little bit, so I'm not just like sitting and playing video games for hours on end. And then I also get things done. I feel like it also helps me because I feel like I don't want to do anything, and then the game, because of like the nature of the game and it being a very like task heavy game, I mean it's all tasks, it encourages me to actually do things in the day too, of like a little like life achievement also. Like it's like doing my laundry can also get me some completion tasks in the game. I did some tasks, played my game, and got with Alex while she got ready, and then I talked to Riley for the last hour. We have been planning her trip to here to visit, and I'm so excited. She's gonna be here in 2 days. So the rest of the night, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna make my dinner. I'm gonna watch some YouTube, fold some laundry. I just finished reading a book, The Unhoneymooners, which was so good. I read probably like 40% of it today, this afternoon, and it was great. I gave it a 5 stars. It's Alex's copy. She read it a few weeks ago and really liked it. So I read it and it was very good. So I need to pick what book I'm gonna read next. I have like a Tessa Bailey book on my Kindle right now. I feel like to pick something else, I have a lot of physical books I've been meaning to go through, so maybe I'll pick one of those. But yeah, it's been a very chill day. I did not do a whole lot today, which is kind of nice. I mean, I did work in the garden and I went to the gym and I went to the grocery store. I guess I kind of did do a lot. I'm gonna cook some dinner and maybe I'll chat some more later. I'd like to talk about food at some point. Oatmeal's enjoying the fresh air. And I'm gonna turn this fan back on full blast now that I'm not gonna be talking into the camera for a hot minute. Okay, I just started cooking some shrimp. I put it in a pan. It's frozen, so I'm just gonna let it cook, and then I'm gonna mix up my salad and have it with that in a little bit. But I thought I would talk about food for a hot second because I haven't really talked about it since posting anything, and obviously food was a huge part of my YouTube channel, and just, I mean, food is a huge part of everybody's life, but it's especially a big part of your life when you have an eating disorder. I really was not thinking I was gonna talk about any mental health things, like recovery things, food things, just in general, because I really wanted to like separate that from what I posted. There was a minute where I was like, I'm just gonna talk about books and maybe a vlog, but like talking about mental health things felt really scary. But I've been thinking about it, and I talked to my therapist about it, and I feel like it was really healing and helpful for me to talk about it before, and I think it will be helpful for me to talk about it now because it's been 2 years since I've talked about anything. But I'm kind of at the same place that I was before. It's a different place, but it's like lateral. It was like a lateral move. Still not having like the easiest time eating, but I've definitely expanded what I've been eating. The last time I posted things, I wasn't super even really eating eggs. I was eating eggs like in baked goods, but now I like eat eggs. I also have been eating shrimp. I'm not into fish. I really liked shrimp before I was vegan, and I have it every so often now, and I really like it, and so I'm gonna have some tonight because there was some in the freezer. Yeah, my relationship with food and exercise has been kind of weird and messy over the last couple years, and especially within the last like year, 6 months or so. I feel like things have been kind of sticky and weird. But I'm trying really hard to kind of get back on that like recovery vibes, and it's hard and it's kind of weird to sit and talk about it now. I like had this moment where I was like, Charley, like, you've been dealing with this for so long. You're 26. Like, how much longer do you want to be like thinking about food this deeply? And the answer is like, I don't want to be thinking about it like at all, really. I just want to like eat to live my life and enjoy it, and not think about it. So I'm trying, but it's still weird and hard, and I had all my old like recovery things like private, and I'm still kind of like working my way through them, but it is like triggering to like see myself at a different stage, and a stage that I'm like in a weird way, like I'm looking back and like, oh my gosh, like you didn't even know how good you had it. Like I wish that I was there now, and like I feel like things are hard in a different way now, that I'm like jealous of the way things were before when I was like 23, which makes total sense because like I was 23 and I had a very different body when I was 23, because I was like younger and like hit my second puberty since then. I'm just getting used to it. I'm gonna go check on the shrimp. The pan is hot. There's like, because it's frozen and it's fully cooked shrimp, but it always like gets all this like wateriness. So I just like dump it out as it starts to cook, but just didn't want to make sure I wasn't burning anything. That's that about food. Would love to talk about food. I need my wacky track. This is a lot. I'd love to talk about food more in the future. I just don't really know how to again, and so I'm figuring that out. Also, I talked about this very briefly in book video, but last fall I was diagnosed with autism. So I've known that I have ADHD for a couple of years, so knowing that I'm autistic has like totally changed my whole understanding of my eating disorder and the way that I handle food and ARFID, like learning about that, and just like learning about food preferences as a child and a teenager and how that's changed the way that I understand food now. And food is like a sensory experience. That's been interesting to learn about. There's a lot to unpack with food, and I think part of the neurodivergent, like autistic perspective with it is interesting too, of like wanting to fit in and feeling like I need to fit in by not eating or not eating enough or eating a certain way, a way that I do think that I can copy from somebody. And that's been interesting to think about, like how do I want to eat independently of others, which living alone helped me a lot with, but it's still like a weird thing that I'm trying to figure out and unpack and learn about. And I'd like to talk about it, but I also like, in looking at my old videos, I feel like I was not necessarily talking about things in like a safe way for me or for people watching. Like there were a lot of times, like especially with like all of my old like what I eat in a day or what I eat in a week videos, like those got so many views because it was like what I eat in a week eating disorder recovery edition. And I feel like while it helped me eat enough, it also like made me super hyper fixate on what I was eating and how I was presenting it. I never could eat mindfully ever because I was filming it all the time, and like everybody needs different things different days, which I know we all know and I talked about before. Like I've always made that disclaimer, but like we know that what I eat in a day videos are bad now, but like looking back at like my old recovery content, oh, there's a motorcycle. There's this motorcycle that rides around in our neighborhood, and it's like every night, here it comes, every night it comes back and forth down our street every night. I think it's gonna do it again. I'm like bracing the sound. Looking back at my old videos, I feel like if I wouldn't post that now and talk about it in that way now, like I don't want it up. So I'm still trying to decide like what's gonna stay in the archives and what's gonna be reposted, or like what I'm willing to kind of like reevaluate in how I talk about things now, because like I want to keep things private, but also like this is a motivator for me, and it's a motivator for other people. People like to hear about it because they can relate. So I'm still trying to figure that piece out. That's a whole can of worms. I can smell the shrimp, so I think that means I need to go check on it again. I drained the liquid and I'm gonna add a couple spices. So I'm gonna add some garlic powder, some paprika, and I had half a lime in the fridge from dinner the other night. I don't remember what we made. I'm gonna put some lime on it too. Like a little chili, lime, garlicky vibe. Also, I don't know that this is like known, but like you're always in the cabinet. Like you're in the cabinet or on the toaster or on the microwave or the air fryer. Like I said, I don't have a tripod. Oh, I almost just closed, like I got my dish and forgot that you were there. Continuing to talk about food. I feel like I'm in like this weird spot right now too, because I'm not working. I feel very like unmotivated for things, and that also includes cooking. I also feel like I have gotten really chill about convenience things. I mean, I'm making like a individual like to-go salad right now, and I think like my inner eco girly has like gotten the understanding that like it's okay to do those things. So long eating like pre-packaged food like this, or like baby carrots, or like my little peanut butter packs that I talked about recently, or like even like protein bars. Like those things felt so like bad for the environment. I felt like frivolous, and I also kind of think like I was just using that as an excuse to eat less and buy less. Convenience things, they like keep me alive. I feel like on days where I know I'm gonna be super overstimulated, like there were days like where I knew like I would be at work for longer hours, or like there would be like an event happening at work, and so I was gonna get overstimulated from that. If I had a particular student that I knew that I was gonna have like a battle with, I could have like a frozen thing or like one of these salads or something, and I feel like I've gotten much more like lax about that stuff. Every so often, it's not gonna like, I'm not the cause of climate change, you know? I contribute to it, but I'm not the cause of it. And my salad, I'm gonna put it in a bowl. Here are my shrimpies. All of this to say, it's a struggle, always. I think it might always be a struggle a little bit, which is scary and sad, and I don't wanna think about that. Just because I'm not talking about it doesn't mean it's not present. And I feel like over time I will regain that confidence to talk about it more. And right now, this is kind of the extent of it. I feel like I do want to talk about it more because I feel like it's been very good for me, but also kind of scary and vulnerable. And it was hard. I was gonna do tacos, but I kind of wanted something crunchy, so I went with chips instead. We've got salad and shrimp and chips. And I'm gonna watch Liz the Lass. I've been watching her for years, but she kind of like came back into my radar again with the 1.6 Stardew Valley update. I play console, so I can't play it yet. But I've been watching her playthroughs of it, and it's very fun. So I'm gonna go watch that, maybe have a bubbly water and chill out for a bit, and maybe we'll talk more later. Hello, it is the next day. It is Wednesday today, and this morning I had some breakfast, and then I went for a really long walk with my mom in our neighborhood, and we went to some free libraries, and I found 2 books. Can I put it in your basket?
Yes, just remind me.
Okay, that it's mine. I got the Tea Dragon Festival, which is a graphic novel. I used to have this, and then I loaned it to someone that I have not seen in a long time, so I got this. This is the paperback. I used to have the hardcover. I love these graphic novels. They're so good. And then found this thriller mystery that's called Wrong Place, Wrong Time by Gillian McAllister. It seemed interesting, so I'm gonna give that a try at some point. Today I am, hopefully you can hear me okay over the fans. It's hot again today, so we have fans on. Today I'm headed to the city, to San Francisco, to be with Sam. I pick up Riley from the SFO airport tomorrow, and so I want to see him obviously, but it's also nice that I'll just be in the city so I can pick her up easily and bring her home here tomorrow night. I'm just getting ready to go to Sam's house. I'm packing my bag. You can't see it from here. I use this like big basket that I thrifted when I go see him, because then all my things are like contained. I want to see everything, so I don't love like a duffel backpack situation. This is nice because I can see it all. I'm just driving, so I can put it in my car. My hair is so messy. I feel just like in general very messy, but we're gonna go to the gym today in the city, so I just don't really feel like I want to like get all clean to then go get sweaty at the gym. I'm just gonna pack my stuff. I think tomorrow we're gonna have like a cute city day and like do some of our favorite things, because it's one of our last times to be in the city together. So I need to pack some stuff. I'm gonna pack my little makeup bag. Got all of my little Glacier items to put in here. And, oh yes, and my watch, which I like to put in here. There's like a tiny bit of cleaning I need to do to prepare for Riley arriving. I'd love to vacuum before I go. and like clear off my desk so she has a place to put her things. But other than that, I just need to throw some stuff in my basket and then hit the road. I'll have some lunch probably. Maybe I'll stop and go to Amy's for lunch. That kind of sounds nice. And I'll show you kind of my packing situation as I go. Okay, here's my basket. Sorry it's so dark. We're trying to like keep things closed. Oh my gosh. He knows I'm gonna leave and he just wants to bite. Here's my bag. I have this like toiletry Vera Bradley bag that I thrifted for like $4. Always check like the wallets section because I've found so much stuff like this there. That, and then these are things that like just don't fit and I'm afraid are gonna spill. I have like hair mousse, shampoo and conditioner. My moisturizer doesn't fit. Here's my little like makeup bag, and then I just have my clothes. So I have like some PJs, I have a couple outfits, and then I use this pair of socks I forgot to put in my sock bag. I have this like shoe bag that I put all my like socks, underwear, bras, and things in so they don't fall out as easy. And then I can use that bag to put my dirty clothes in on my way home. This is like my medium distance relationship hack. And then I also have more bags because it doesn't all fit in here, of course. So the other bags are in the other room. And this is all like for one night. I have my fanny pack, which I take to the gym. So all my like wallet stuff is in there right now. And then I have my purse. So when we go out tomorrow, I can transfer wallet into here. And then right now it's got the bigger part of my wallet, my Kindle, my like everything pouch, noise canceling headphones, all of that stuff. And then this is like my little activities bag. I've got my journal and my chargers and my Switch. My laptop will go in there. And then this Glossier bag is what I've been using to put my camera and my camera charger in. So that will go in there. Of course, Winnie the Pooh's gonna come along every time, and he just sits either on top of the basket or in the activities bag. And then in the car, I'll probably just throw all of these in here for safekeeping. I have tried a lot of different like packing configurations, and finally once I've found the thing that works, I'm not gonna be going back and forth from his house anymore because he'll be moving in a couple weeks. So this is like one of the last times I'm gonna be packing my stuff up to go see him, which is so crazy. And I actually really like packing my things to go see him. I'm someone who really likes to have all my things in one place, and I like to have all my stuff together. So packing to go places, whether it's a trip or for like a weekend or at a friend's house, like I always have had a hard time with. I've always had a really hard time with sleepovers when I was little. I feel like I've gotten the hang of it, and Sam's place is a very like safe, comfy place for me, and I'm not gonna be going there anymore because he'll be here, which is so wild. Figure out what to eat, and then I'm probably gonna leave because it takes about an hour and a half to drive there. So I'd like to leave kind of soon so we can like go to the gym. I'm gonna give him a call and see what his ideal plan is for the day. I scavenged this kitchen for a good lunch and nothing is appealing to me. However, I did really want to go to Amy's and get something because it's on the way to see Sam, but I didn't want to pay for it. So pro tip, if you live around here, the Amy's drive-thru app gives so many like sweet deals and rewards and things, and I had forgotten about it. So I re-downloaded it and I have a free burger and a free shake. I don't think I want the free shake today, I'll save that, but I definitely would eat the free veggie burger today. So I kind of wanted their new chicken sandwich, but I think we're gonna go when Riley's here anyway, so I can get it then, and I'm just gonna go get my free burger today. So I'm gonna load up my car and then I'm gonna hit the road and get my free veggie burger and then drive to see Sam. This is the hardest part about going to see Sam, is that I can't take this little nugget with me. He gets to stay with Alex while I'm gone. Look at how sweet he is. Just a sweetie. Oh. Chomp, 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 chomp. It's been so long since I've put my camera in my car. The line for the drive-thru is kind of long, which is good because I know that I want the single because that's what I get for free, but I don't really know what I want with it, so I need a minute to decide. And I definitely don't want to go in because I'm in my workout clothes and I just don't love to go in places if I have my workout clothes. Plus the drive-thru, it's part of the appeal, right? It's a vegetarian drive-thru. Their crispy chicken sandwich that they just added is so good. I highly recommend. It's not chicken, it's vegetarian, but I highly recommend that you try it. Hi, can I please do a single lettuce wrapped, please? Can I do a Amy's fries too, please? That's it, thanks. Yes, that's it, thanks. Charlie?
Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thanks. I sometimes still get really nervous ordering things. It's amazing how much my like anxiety around ordering stuff has changed, because I feel like I would have really had to like hype myself up for that at some point. And I feel like maybe I did hype myself up for it a little just now. Like I prepared, I practiced. I definitely did just practice. So maybe I am just as anxious as I always have been. But it is very cool that I can do that without panicking now. So that's nice. Hi. Yes, and I have the app too. Yes, please, thanks. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, you too. Hand sanitizer. I'm like almost out. There we go. I've got my fries. Alex and I have determined that we think that the Amy's fries might be the best fries. I feel like I needed more vegetables today, so I went for the lettuce. And I really wanted fries, and I felt like I wouldn't be hungry enough for both fries and burger with bun. So if you haven't heard me talk about Amy's before, you don't live around here, it is like the Amy's, like the burrito brand, like the Amy's burritos and mac and cheese and stuff. It is their drive-thru. They have a couple locations. They've got like one here in Roanoke Park, and they've got one like San Rafael area, I think, and then there's one in the airport. All right, I'm gonna eat my burger, and then I'm gonna hit the road and head to Sam. Bye. Hi, it is the next day. I am at Sam's place in the city. I'm just gonna end this vlog here. I have another one of some San Francisco things that we've been doing while we've been here in the city, so I'm gonna do that in a separate video. Thank you for watching. I want to talk more about food things another time. This was just kind of me dipping my toe back into it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.